Mhm. Hey, Captain Chris Johnson here on a rainy, sunny Monday. But I know my world is always sunny, even though outside might be telling me different. Thank you for being patient as Marty was talking. First, I want to give Red and Marty a shout out. Red did a really cool live today on his cruise ship. He's actually been sharing a lot of pictures. I absolutely love boats. He knows that. He showed an old sail fishing boat, and the noise drove me crazy, man. It was like, wow, pretty cool, Red. Marty just gave a real good live. And let me tell you what's going on first today. I believe at 2 o'clock, Michael Williams is going to the Israel webinar. That is in the back office. Go check it out. Michael's always got something really good to say. Very intelligent guy. Want to touch on some of the things Marty's talking about. Then what was my title today? Let's get back to basics. But let me say a few things first. I get a lot of, for some reason, I got one of those faces where everyone likes to call me and complain of something they like or they don't like. I guess I've had that curse on me my whole life, and it's okay. And when you guys do complain, I express my concerns to the leadership people, trying to figure it out. And when people are saying, Chris, what is some of the things we're having on these webinars? I don't understand them. Now I want to put something out there. Okay. The webinars that are going on, they're not bad. They're educational. Now, if you choose to go on them, a lot of people say, well, I don't understand what these people are saying. I don't get it. That's why I called this show today, Getting Back to the Basics. I want to explain that to you. Okay. There is no webinar that's bad. We're trying to get a basis where it's fair, and we don't really have a lot of content to talk about right now until Ash comes and gives us some new stuff. There's a lot. I'm refusing to talk about products now because I want to see the actual thing when they come out, which is at the end of this month. We're going to see these things. So a lot of people say, hey, what's this, what that? There's some things we just don't know. We want to give you the right information. So right now, my new status on my lives is let's get back to the basics. But there's other webinars out there, and I talked to Marty about this last night, that are confusing some people. And I want to calm you all down. I want you to understand something. All right. The things that you only need to know, I'm going to tell you here today. The other stuff are like bonuses that you can learn something from. Okay. They're not always tied right into Onpassive, but they're teaching you about other things like how not to get hacked, stuff like that. When you're on the Onpassive system, you ain't got no worries. Okay. But outside, they're just trying. Listen, they're running out of things to say sometimes. So I told Marty, we need better content. Let's take it to the family. Let's see what they want to hear. So I will repeat what Marty said also, because we discussed this thoroughly last night. If you have a suggestion of what you'd like to hear in a webinar, whether it's a Q&A or something you don't understand, bring it to the leader's attention. You can send it to any one of us leaders and say, I'd like to see this. And I'm sure the people that are running the webinars, or maybe you even want to start your own webinar, we'd like to see it. But remember this, we're not going to do webinars just to do webinars. You know me about that. And people say, Chris, how come I don't see you on webinars no more? Chris Johnson is on every webinar, but I'm watching it from my YouTube. Reason being, now hear me out. I don't really care that I'm last, first, in the middle. I don't care. I don't go on the webinars right on the webinars because I don't want someone to bring me on the panel when I don't want to be. I can't get people to come out if it's just me coming on the panel. All right. And my other rule is, if you're on a webinar and there's 15 hands up that want to talk and we call out, he's on the leadership, let's call him out. That's one thing I don't like. I want you guys to be first. The only way I'm going to find diamonds in the rough is by me hiding in the bushes listening. I like it. Roy Davies. Bing. Okay. I was actually on that panel. What he said made wow, it was beautiful for me. I really thought so. We had the Indian lead. I call him a leader. All right, Mr. Barrage, and I can't remember his last name because I said it wrong. He was awesome. Another diamond in the rough. There's lots of you out there that are waiting to be heard. And I feel like if I'm on webinars, a lot of people, there's the jokester. He wants to have fun. That's why I'm hiding back in the bushes on YouTube watching these things. I'm learning. I'm educating myself. But I'm also looking for those people that blow me away. And I love the fact that someone comes out of nowhere and says something really amazing, and I'm not on there, but I heard it, and I'll never forget it. That's what I like to do. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to my new way I'm doing lives. Number one, I like to show excitement. I want you always to be excited. Even on your worst day, I want to try to pick you up. But I do not ever want to confuse you. So I just going to say again, let's get back to the basics real quick, because I know you guys know this, but these are for new people that watch it. What is Onpassive? All right, back to the basics. This is all you need to know. Remember this. All you need to know. I wrote it down so I can say it perfectly. We are a revolutionary development IT company. Okay? We have all our products are 100% digital, 100% automated, 100% artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? It's machine learning. All right? It's something that every company wants right now, but they don't know how to do it. The CEO, Ashma Farah, he knows how to do it. He did it. It's all putting together. The pieces are all coming together. And you're going to see at the end of this month, 9 products with those qualities. And then 3 more in September. So be patient on that one. All you need to know. Back to the basics. Now, people say, Chris, what's so great about Onpassive? One of the greatest things that we have through artificial intelligence is Ashma Farah and his tech team. They have the best targeted traffic in the world. And when I say that, I mean that. And people say, well, how do you know? Well, let me tell you how I know, because I saw it. Well, what happened, Chris? Ashma Farah did a contest, people making some videos about Onpassive. He then said, I'm going to give you 1 million hits, 50,000 hits, 25. And he did exactly what he said in unbelievable time without the artificial intelligence even on. So any company out there that you're listening, if you have a website or a business, or if you got a paper, I don't care, he is going to be able to drive traffic to your business. That's what you need to know, the basics. You paid, we all paid, one time right now, $97, $5 with a credit card fee, right? That's it. When we launch to the world, we will pay a package fee, and there's a whole bunch of them. We don't know those yet. But what he did is he designed it so anyone that couldn't afford it could afford it. That's always been his goal. Always been his goal to help people, help humanity. That's all you need to know. Now, we're located in the United States, Singapore, India, and Dubai. Let me talk about Dubai for 5 seconds. Dubai, we own two offices in the world's tallest building in the world. One, I think, is getting really close to be completed because there's standards in Dubai. You just don't go in there and throw a beanbag and a lawn chair and say, hey, I got an office. We own 2 floors in the Burj Khalifa. All right. And one of them is the highest office in the world. If that don't impress you, well, I'm sorry, but it is, because it's almost impossible to get in Dubai. All right. Marty said something to me last night that made a lot of sense. What do you think happened that we got into Dubai? Well, here's what I think happened. Number one, Ashma Farah went in there and said, listen, this is what we got. This is the future. And boom, he's there. I don't know that conversation went on. That's all I'm thinking is you just don't get in Dubai. He did. Plus, he bought 2 floors. So pretty cool. Now, technically, this is all you need to know. What do you have to do when you became a founder? We asked you one thing. So 2 things. 3 things. Share it with your loved ones. Share it with your friends. All right. Plug in. That means watch a webinar once a week. Get into your back office 2 or 3 times a day and see what's going on. Guys, that's it. The technical things that are going on in some of these webinars, they're phenomenal. Actually, I love the tech guys. They think I was picking on them. I was not. I'm just saying, let's change it up. We got some very, very smart founders out there, and they're teaching you about different things. One of the things that they did is they filled in the gap. They filled in a gap that we had a blank spot, explaining why the time is going on for Onpassive to launch and what he's doing. It was very educational. All right. And there's weeks where we just don't have content to talk. So they come up with stuff like that. But I'm betting you guys out there, you gals, you founders, you proud founders, have different ideas what you'd like to hear. That's why I called Marty. I said, man, we gotta do something different. I agree with Marty. He said, boy, if we didn't have webinars, people would go nuts. And to a point, I agree with that. But I like keeping people hungry myself. All right. I want you to thirst for information. And let's say we didn't have a webinar for a week or 2 weeks. The information you thirst is in the back office. Okay. I've been trying to tell people this for over 6 months. Get out of these other groups. People got 4,526 groups of Onpassive, all saying different things, all posting webinar. So people say, well, what do I need to go to the back office for? I get it off this group. And I dropped out a lot of those groups for that reason. Okay. And the only reason I don't like the other groups, my opinion, is because it takes you away from where we're supposed to be, which is the back office, where the correct information is always put, not speculation. Out on these groups, it's speculation. This is what I think. This is what you think. All right. I kind of wish Ash would put in the back office, hey, discussion board, what do you think? But at least you'll be in the flipping back office. You get what I'm saying? So I'm calling out to the founders. Let's keep it to the basics. What you know about Passive is $97 to get in. You share it. You check in the back office. You plug into a webinar. That's all you have to know, guys. I get 100 phone calls a day. So Chris, I'm confused. I'm not sure what they're saying. Do I have to know this? No, guys, you don't. It's just educational purposes for right now. Okay? If there's nothing to say, they come up with some good things, and some people love it. Some people are just confused. That's okay. You don't have to go to them. And I'm letting you know, I'm reassuring you that you do not have to go on webinars. A few months back, there were some statements made that basically it was kind of said, if you want to earn something, you got to plug in. You got to do something. And it upset a lot of people. They didn't understand what he was trying to say. What he was trying to say is plug in once in a while, guys. Get involved. If you believe in Passive 100%, just get out there and do it. And we have a lot of us that do that. I go on every webinar. I see the same faces, which is awesome because I love those faces. What I'd like to see is every webinar blow up to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people of different faces and different hands raised, and people talking about why they believe in Onpassive, what it's going to do for them. Because right now, that's the most important content for me is what is Onpassive going to do for all of us and what's it going to do for the world. Okay. But the other programs, they're okay. They're just teaching you. They're going in depth at what a data center was, which I actually thoroughly enjoyed that. All right. Some of the other stuff I did, but you know what I did? I just got off the panel and I watched it from YouTube and I kind of listened to it. It wasn't, to me, some of the things they talked about were not relevant and some of them were, but they're just trying to educate you. There's no bad webinar, but once again, nobody said you got to go on every webinar. And if someone told you that, you tell me and I'll straighten them out. That's the truth. I want to be as honest. Listen, I don't lie. I'm as honest as they come. And sometimes being so honest gets you in a little bit of trouble, and I can't explain that to you, but it does. But I want you all to know, I wouldn't do what I'm doing if I didn't believe in 100% of Onpassive and Ash Mafara and his goals and his dreams, because I see them happening already. Okay, I see them happening. But we need help right now. All of us leaders, you want to call us leaders, whatever you want. The web host, give them some ideas what you want to see. And by all means, step up to the plate because we want to see you. Remember, there's no silly idea. You might have something that sparks a whole different imagination in our head as what Onpassive's about. All right? I try to call people out that catch my attention. There's a lot of you that catch my attention. A lot of you. All right? It's the same individuals who really, really got themselves out there and got on webinars and spoke and talked. Don't be afraid to talk. I was afraid to talk once and I did it. And as you have seen, I don't stop talking about it because I believe in it. I believe in what it is. Am I 100% Onpassive? I'm 101% Onpassive. That's not even possible, but that's telling you what it is. I don't think I would do this every day. People said, you really believe that? I said, if the day you don't see me doing lives 5 days a week is that day I don't believe in it. But I've always believed in it, and it will never stop believing in it because I know it's going to change the world. but let's just keep it to the basics. I want you all to understand something, all right? Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, I'm going to be a leader, a global leader. All right. I think everyone is a global leader. Number one, you know me, I don't like labels. I really don't like labels. I say, how about a global humanitarian? How about a person that has a heart bigger than the world and they just want to help? That's a founder to me. People get on here and say some wonderful things. All right. I've seen people get on here and talk about what they're doing and they took action and they did it, which I commend. I see people coming out talking about what they want to do. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right? And then I have people that call me who really don't plug in too much and complain to me. I said, that's fine. You have a right to complain to me. Only me. Only me. Even though I don't always like it sometimes. But I do bring it to the leaders and say, listen, I got this. What do you think? Give me some ideas. But here's my thing. This is my last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to get out because I know you guys got to go out your day. The only thing that you need to know is you bought a position for $97. All right? And you shared it. That's all you need to know. Everything else is a bonus. Okay? If you want to learn and educate yourself a little bit more about artificial intelligence, that's a bonus because you'll be able to explain to people more. We have something in the back office, the O Network. It was a Net or O Network. I made a thing today finally. Did it, went in there. What is Ash asking you to do? What is Red came up with the idea? What is Marty doing? We want you to stay in the back office. We don't want you in these other groups. That's the truth. We want to build up Onpassive through the foundership right now. Get in there. Make a post. Make a good post. I made a pretty good post today. Not great, but I want to get involved in it. Yeah, because I've been telling people we need to get in the back office. All right? So, my name's Chris Johnson, and I'm always going to tell you the truth. I love every one of you. I believe in all of you. You believe in something that's going to happen through Onpassive that's going to change the world. You have the right belief, okay? Keep real. Keep nice. Stay away from negative, all right? Plug in once in a while, and please send us your ideas. It doesn't matter who you send them to. So you can send them to me. I'll forward them to the other people that are doing webinars. I do a blessed webinar. And my God, you guys give me a lot of ideas. Keep them coming. Because I promise you, you're all going to be heard. On the old blessed channel, you're going to be heard. On the other channels, I think they got a little bit of work to do. I think they need to let people talk a little bit more. All right? And that isn't insulting anyone, so don't think it is. What I'm doing is showing you some new ideas, new ways to do things on your webinars that get people like you guys involved in talking. Okay? Let me say hi to a few people here. I know MK Kelly was the first one on here. I know that. Let's see. Susan Hodges, how you doing? Lynn Nakamoto, there's another one. Get back with Lynn. She was asking for your opinions on what more content. Give it to her. All right? Help her out. She's going to need that help because things are a little slow in the content world today. Give her some ideas. She'll take them and she'll run with them. Cynthia Deering, I said hi to you. Kushal Piju, Gina Levia. There is my fill-in. There is my fill-in and my replacement someday for Old Bless because I love her because she has a lot of great things to say and she's got the spirit of a non-stopper, a believer, and just keeps going. So, Gina, I'm going to be going on vacation in a couple weeks, so be ready. Let's see. Joycey Hicks, how you doing? Telling it like it is, Joyce. I got to speak the truth. I don't have any other way to say it. I can't lie. Here's the thing that people think I'm lying about. Onpassive is the greatest thing that ever happened to you and me. That's not a lie, guys. That's the truth. And you don't fully see the whole picture yet. But when you do, you're going to call me up and say, Chris, I'm sorry I complained. It's okay, though. You're a human being. We complain a little bit once in a while. But remember, complain to me. Complain to me, which I hate sometimes. But I'll try to reason with you and see if we can figure it out. So, Marcy Ann, how you doing? Dave Rosleski, what's happening? Oh, my eyes are all swollen up again. Lynn Nakamoto again. Cynthia Deering. Sherry Dursaway. Here we go. Some new names. Yvonne Finn. Peter, what's happening? Hello, Chris from Peter from Springfield, Massachusetts. Woo, what's happening, Pete? Myra Aquino, what's happening? Thanking Mr. Ash. You always thank Ash. All right? Remember me. Listen, I'm going to say this one more time because I don't think people believe me. Myself, I don't need to be remembered. People don't need to know my name. I'm a vocal person for Onpassive because I believe in Onpassive is going to help the world. I know it is. And you know how I'm going to be remembered? You're going to know where I'm at because you're going to see changes, whether it's in Africa, whether it's New Zealand, Australia. You'll know I was there. That's all I care about. My name does never have to be mentioned again. You're going to say, oh my God, that hey guy must have been here. Look at this community. It's thriving. These kids got shoes. They got fresh water. That's what I want to be remembered for. Not even my name. Just look at the change that one guy and a million angels went out and did and changed the whole world through Onpassive. Bing. That's simple. All right, Sabias Jana, what's happening? Rupan Husan, how you doing? Roy Davies, there you are. What's happening? I'm trying to go through these. It can't be all this. Let me go all the way to the bottom. My eyes are just swollen shut today. All right. Martin DeGarmo. 100% of the time, very good idea. Thanks, Martin. Yeah, don't send him to Marty. Everyone knows he don't read his messages. And that's okay. And you know what, guys? Critique. Complaints are, hey, Chris, maybe try it this way. I want to hear it. I really want to hear it. All I can say is, you know what? I'm going to say, you know what? Let me bring it up. That is a great idea. And I will give you 100% credit. I don't ever take credit for someone else's ideas or jobs. I will get on here and say, Gemma Rameke just called me, blew my hat off my flipping head, and told me this. You guys, you got to hear it. Let's do this. That's what I'm about. That's what all of us leaders are about. We're supposed to bring people up, period. That's my only job. Getting you the right information and bringing you up when you're down. That's what I love to do. All right. Tanya, what's happening in Passive? You are bad, Tanya says, Marty. Marty, the executive Tanya said, you are bad. Okay, I don't know what he said. I'll have to look at it. Tom Taylor, very good live the other day. Absolutely loved. Listen, the best part I loved about it, Tom, is we're still laying the bricks. We're still laying the bricks. Excellent, Tom. Tom was one of those guys. I think it was maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago. He's at a webinar, and he goes, he said something. I thought, oh boy, oh no, I'm ready to hit the mute button. And what he said, and I can't remember what he said, but I know it was great. It came out like doves coming out of his mouth. Wow. What I thought he was going to say, he turned it around, something amazing. I love this guy. Very intelligent. He did his first live. I think he was a DJ. He did his first live. He's going to be doing them on Sundays. It was a very good live, Tom. I was very, very respectful to see you and what you had to say. Loved it. Keep doing that, Tom. All right. Mary Aquino, did I get you? Constructive criticism is a good nothing. Exactly. Sometimes people think I'm picking on people. I'm not. I'm just saying, hey, sometimes listen. Change is good, even though when we don't like change. But sometimes, there's many times in my life where I didn't like the change, but that was because I got divorced. I didn't like that change. But guess what? It happened. And guess what? My life flourished after that. It really did. It opened my eyes to a different world, a different life. All right. And I use this. A lot of people don't like change, but every one of you change your underwear. I use this just to make you laugh. Hey, man, go 2 weeks without changing your underwear. Tell me you don't like change. Okay. Let me get back to names. I don't want to keep you. Rob Gorman, what's happening? Kushi Paju, I never get that name right. Peter Shore, what's happening, Pete? Thank you, Pete. Oh, let me bring it up. Now, I'm only going to say we all have pending positions. And what we all say is, listen, get them from whoever you want. You don't have to get them from me. We're all advertising on our own social media. If you have someone that's in need, that needs help, a lot of people say, Chris, we're only allowed to give these to founders. Well, no, actually, Ash's words were, if you know of a person that could be a great founder, or you know it, get him in. and use those pendings, because after this, it's done. There's no more. Once again, Ash Mafar opened up his heart and said, let's get a few more people in here with these pendings. I think there's a lot of good people out there. Let's still help out, which I love. So I know Peter Shore's got some real good ones, because Peter Shore started in the beginning. He's got January of 2020. So if you're interested in 2020s, I think he just posted it on his Facebook. I told Pete, why aren't you getting rid of your pendings? You got the best pending spots in the world right now. He goes, okay, Chris, and he made a beautiful post. Get with Pete. January 2020, guys. January 2020. I've got October, November, end of 2020. I know Julie's got the middle of 2020. We all got great positions. Every one of them are good. You know what? Even 2022s are still good. I don't think they're out there anymore, but they're all good. They're all going to take you to the same. Every position that you own or you give to someone is going to take us all to the same place, which is freedom. Freedom. All right. All right. Let's see. After our Willow, what's happened? What's happening, Willow? She's doing the late night with Willow. She's on a schedule like I've been for 40 years, the night shift. And you know what? The night shift people are the funnest people in the world. I remember going back to A shift in my job. I'm like, oh my God, are these people boring? Night shift people, you rock. Keep it up. Oh God, I'm trying to see if I didn't miss it. Uh-oh, Julie's calling me. She did call me. Hold on. Julie's got February. Hold on. Red's got good. Julie has. Oh wait, I gotta find her messages. She has February, March. Ding dong, she says to me. So Julie's got February, March. Guys, listen, I told you again, you don't have to buy from me. Everyone that buys a pending position, whether you buy it from Pete, Julie, Red, Marty, anyone that's got them, it helps me. It helps you. The company's growing, guys. It's growing. It hasn't stopped growing. It's grown amazing. So if you can afford it, get one of those. Matter of fact, check your own pending. You might have pending and don't know about it. If you're not sure how to check that out, give me a call and I'll help you find it in 5 seconds flat. And we'll get them posted on your social media only, not other groups. My God, get out of those other groups. They drive me nuts. Okay. John White. Hey, listen, you want to know who I go to for advice 99.9% of the time? If I think, oh boy, what did I do? John White. I call him as a joke, John Caucasian. I could probably talk with John White for hours because he takes my excitement level and he brings me down to normality for a little bit, and he explains things to me very well. So if you ever want a really good conversation, give John White a call. He's really a good guy. I know myself and Julie are going to be doing a Speedy Live. We're going to do something a little different this week now. Now we're going to advertise 3 people on their YouTubes, but we're doing something totally different. We had Peter Shore to start it off last week. We want people that speak a different language. So Peter Shore did Arabic. We're looking for every language, and we want you to say a couple minutes of who you are in your language to the world, because we want everyone to know in the world that we don't forget about you. We speak English, but we want to hear the Vietnamese. We want to hear the Spanish, German. We're going to have Angie Hahn on there. She's going to speak to our German people. We want you to know that everyone matters in this company, and we want your voices to be heard in every language. I think very, very important. Okay, let's see. Who am I talking to now? I'm going on way too much. I apologize, guys. Irina Stek, how you doing? Polish? You speak Polish? Send me a text message. I want to get you on the Speedy Live. We want Polish people to know in your language what's going on. Guys, here's another great idea. We've talked about this. Let's say you have we'll use Polish in Polish. And let's say the tech guys, they do a webinar. Now, here's what you do. You can do 2 things. You can bring that video to your show on your part of the world, your time, show it and translate it to your country, to your language. It's a good idea, because when you sit on a webinar and let's say I talk for 5 minutes and then you got to translate it, why not just translate it yourself and get it out to your people in Poland, Germany, France, wherever it is. Oh, Terry Ocho, by the way, happy birthday. You're old, but I love you, buddy. You guys make sure you blow up Terry Ocho because it's his birthday today. So looking for different languages. All right, guys, I'm going on way too much. Deborah, what's happening? Tanya, Internet Passive, what's happening? Lister T, the sisters are on here. Lister and Gemma. Yvonne Finn, if I missed you guys, I apologize. I'll get you in the comments. Trying to go. Hollybug, gotta love that Hollybug Phillips. William DeLong. William, how you doing, man? I haven't heard from you. I heard you spoke the other day. I hope you're doing good, buddy. Always praying for you. You know that. Robert Tatello is back to work. He's out of it, but now his wife caught COVID. So say some prayers. And I do want to make it a very big announcement. This is very, very important to my heart. Robin Nobles and Simone's mom passed away on Sunday. All right. Give him some time. Give him a little time. They appreciate, and I'm sure Robin will put out when she comes back. It's going to be a few more weeks to their mom's services. Keep them in your prayers. All right. Keep them in your prayers. Robin's mom passed away last Sunday. Man, just I think it was Saturday or Sunday, but keep them in your prayers, guys. Big, big thing. And anyone else that's lost somebody. I think that's it. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm trying to look. Rupa Paul, there you are, my sister. How you doing? Rupa, gonna need some Hindi or Bengali. I want to get Mafus. I need different languages. I want the world to know who Onpassive is in your language. Not a bad deal. Peter Shore took care of the whole Middle East. All right, and guess what? Peter Shore shared that on his YouTube. All right, and he's got a lot of Middle East, and they're seeing that. Wow, he's talking to us in Arabic what Julie and Chris are trying to say. I think it's cool. It's something different. All right, guys. I love every one of you. Judith, Bonham, what's happening? Where's June Buckingham? She made a real nice compliment about me. If you're on here, June, how you doing? Absolutely love you. Ty Young, MD, Mucka, couldn't figure that one out. All right. I got to go. Go enjoy your day. I know 2 o'clock, about a half hour, a little more than a half hour. Michael's going to be on in the Israel webinar. I'm not sure if that's going to be streamed or it's just a regular private founders, but it is in the back office. Let's do this. Keep the faith. Send us your ideas of what you want to hear. Maybe you just want a Q&A. Maybe you just want to understand something better. All right, do it. Send it to any leader out there. And I promise you this, we will get it going. We'll work for it. We got lots of webinars we can do and do anything you want. So get back with us. I love every one of you. Thank you for letting me get back to the basics. Okay, that's kind of what I'm going to do now. I don't want to talk about products until they come out. All right, I want you to be excited about them. The guy asked me the other day, hey, Chris, how do you know these products are better than everyone else's when you haven't really seen them? Well, and this is my answer. Number one, I have seen them in a written form. I understand what they're going to do. I actually went out and looked at different things as well, but we definitely got better. But when you throw AI in there, here are two things. When you throw artificial intelligence in there, automated, digital, all right, automatic, I love that part, all done for you, and you get paid right there, to me, that makes it better. Drop the mic, as they say, all right? But I'm going to tell you what, when you do see these products, and like I said, I've seen sneak peeks of them, not the full thing yet, you're going to be blown away, and you're going to say, damn, I'm a founder. I'm a proud founder. All right, I love every one of you. Christina Dodds, how you doing? I got to go, guys. Keep smiling. I think the sun's coming out, and I'm getting hot. All right. We'll see you later. I love every one of you. Bye.